Okay, and picking off where we left off, alignment. This is something that you choose. You can choose from many different alignments. These are just in there because those are the ones I use commonly. Um, Alignments can be found in the player's handbook. You'll get to be using this a lot. So, personality and background. It'll be under one of these. I think it's under backgrounds. That's page 119. Or in this area. Customizing background. Okay, yeah, these are your backgrounds, not your actual alignments. So from here, what you can do, let's skip the alignment for now. Your background, I believe we made the bard a noble. So let's find noble on here. Noble, there's entertainer, which probably would have been a good one for a bard. Which is a good reason why you should read through this part before you choose character information. Yeah, it's on here somewhere. Hermit. Let's do a search. There we go. Noble. Control F is your friend. So what you can do here is you can read through what it means to be a noble. And so you can take all of this and copy this, because this shows you that's where your history and persuasion proficiency came from. You get one extra language. That was where did it go? That was what you get this one extra language from. You also get the one type of gaming set from being a noble, I believe is what it said. Yeah, one type of gaming set. So all of this is automatically added in if you're using the phone app, which is really nice to use. So that's where you get the signet ring in your inventory. You get the feature position of privilege, which is in here. And here. Maybe I was on the right screen. Yes, it's at the top. So you'll have position of privilege in here somewhere. Or should have. Okay, yeah, that's what it is right here. You can secure an audience with a local noble. It doesn't always tell you what the name of it is, but basically it's all right here. So you can copy this into your background here, and it's not the prettiest thing to look at, but racial traits. We'll skip right now since we already have the next step here, which is the personality traits. Personality traits, what you could do is just roll a 1d8, and you can do this in Roll20. So we'll do roll 1d8. There we go. And we rolled a 2, and you can make this up if you want, or you can choose from any of them, or if you're just uncertain, you can do the roll. So I rolled a 2, so that is right here. So common folk love me for my kindness and generosity. Do that. There's your personality trait. You can do that the same thing with ideals. So that was a 1d6. 1d6. We rolled a 5. So there's this. So your ideals or family, yada yada yada. And you can do same thing with bond, which is 1d6, and flaw, which is a 1d6. And then when you're role-playing, just keep these 3 things in mind. We'll do the flaw. because that might be fun. 3. So you would play your character in a way that he gets very quick to anger, like your flaw shows. So just keep these in mind when you're playing your character, role-playing. Just makes the game a bit more fun. Racial traits, like I said, bonds you could put into. We'll just pick this one just for fun. Copy, paste. Oops, I didn't want that. Cut, paste. Okay, racial traits. So for this, then, we have to go back to your human side, which will be, let's see if it'll let me click on it. Human. Nope. Alright, so page 23. Wait, that wasn't right. I did math wrong. Math is hard. Okay? Leave me alone. Math is tough. Alright, so humans. It'll show in here your racial traits somewhere. Here's a couple names you could pick from if you want. Human traits. So you can yeah, this is already added in to your if you roll through your phone app. If you're doing it manually, make sure each of your scores increase by 1. We did pick the variant human. Yeah, see, there's where we got to add 2 different ability scores. We got to add that extra proficiency on after picking 2, we got to pick 1, and we got to pick an additional feature. So these here, oh, here we go. So here's where it says your size is medium. It's under your traits. So here you can copy all of this. I don't know why it won't let me pick that stuff. It won't let me highlight those. So we'll just do this, and racial traits, put that right in here. And once again, you can go through, get these spaces all fixed. If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me. Yada yada yada. So here is that. Back to alignment. Let me try to find that in here. We'll just do alignment. Let's see. Yeah, somewhere in here. It's in here somewhere. It shows a list of alignments. Maybe it didn't. Maybe this is the one thing it didn't have. So you'll just have to go in, do a basic Google search. We'll just do that really quick. We'll do D&D 5th edition alignments. This looks good. Wikipedia is always right. Here we go. So here's your list of alignments. If you don't know what it is, click on it. It'll tell you. So yada yada yada. It gives you examples of so chaotic good. There are people like Robin Hood, Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, whoever that is from Firefly, and lawful neutrals, James Bond, Odysseus, yada yada yada. So you can pick any of these. So let's go with chaotic good. So we can just copy all this, and we'll put, what was that? Chaotic good. Chaotic good. And I guess it doesn't give you a spot to put that. So you can just you'll basically remember. So just act like Robin Hood. Done. Robin Hood the Bard. So finally, I think this is the last step. We will have to just type in our proficiencies for equipment, which is back to here, back down here. Armor proficiencies, we have light armor, medium armor, and shields. The only reason medium armor is on there is because we leveled the Bard up to level 3, and we chose that, I believe. So we'll just type in the light armor and shields for now. Light armor, shields, and that should be an R. Weapon proficiencies, it's getting hard to talk now. Weapon proficiencies, we'll type all of this in. So simple weapons, hand crossbows, and the rest. I'm not going to type them all in. I'm getting lazy now. Tool proficiencies, they're right here. One type of gaming set. You'll have to look into the manual to see what types of gaming sets there are. Basically, it's like cards, dice, type things like that. Um, so you have to go any 3 musical instruments. Obviously, you're going to want to pick. So let's say, what did we pick? Our instrument was inventory. We just said a lute. So back to background, tool proficiencies. We'll just put lute, and then gaming type, which is something I haven't looked at yet. It's in this manual somewhere. Everything's in this manual somewhere. I'll look for it very briefly. Tools. So that's 148. And it's in here somewhere. It's a lot of reading to have to do, which is why it's helpful for you guys to do your own characters. Like I said, the leveling up is not hard. All I have to do is change your hit points and add your extra abilities here. Everything all stays the same. So finally, we go, any other notes you want to put on here? I usually don't put anything, but that's pretty much it. So we got our core stats all saved, our skills, all of our proficiencies are added in, our background, a lot of it's made up, a lot of it's randomized. Class, level 1 bard, here's your weapons, spellbook, have your spell slots added, and look through the manual to see how many spells and cantrips you could have memorized. Your armor from your character sheet or your phone app, or however you're rolling it. Your inventory, which is all on your phone. Your gold pieces, and that just shows everything. So that's pretty much it. So once you're done here, you can go ahead and X this out here, and you are all set. I can't drag you on there because I'm not a DM anymore. So you are all set to go. If there's any questions, let me know. I'll try my best to remember to put stickies up where I said I'd put stickies, and I'll put a link to download the player handbook, so you could have that. Very helpful to have, and we'll see you guys when I see you guys.